Good evening. It is a trivial morning, afternoon. I don't know what time it is. It could be any time. I'm Brandon Hauk. She's Imogen the alien, and we're decided to do some trivia today. Just to nick at your brains. Brains, that's right. If that's even a word, I don't even think it is. But anyways, yes, it's gonna be great. And I'm just seeing if I can find my first trivia. Where are you? Trivia. Okay, not there. All right. have to look, for where I put my trivia. All right. All right.
All right, find some questions. Find some questions.
I'll
Trivial things
find
for
you
trivial day.
questions because
Oh, you're just
I
looking
have
for a.
questions.
I
Some of them.
absolutely, I'm going to put it out there. I absolutely love that you don't do any research or prep.
No, I did not do any prep at all today.
None. You're like, okay, let's just consult the oracle and come up with a little herd of questions and then whip them at me. You have no background information unless it happens to be something you're already well versed on.
Okay. All right. I got one. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
So, over half of people would consider breaking up with their partner over their love of this. What is it?
Um, over Okay, see, that's the kind of thing where multiple choice really comes in handy.
Oh,
So grab a
sorry.
post-it, make some stuff up. So over their love of, it
Okay.
could be anything.
Anything.
So
It could be anything.
now I'm going to put this out there. I'm a bit of a recovered germaphobe in a sense. I once broke up with a girl because in the morning, we're getting ready to go do stuff. We're getting ready to go out. She's getting dressed for the day. She's got her morning coffee. She goes into the bathroom to grab like a Kleenex or something, but she carried the coffee cup over the threshold into the bathroom. And that little gesture of food in that area, oh, I could not look at her the same way. And yeah. So I might not be the best one for common reasons for breakup. Entertaining reasons, occasionally, yes. Taking coffee into the bathroom. She was not using the toilet. It was nothing like that. She was literally going in to grab something off of a shelf. Item on a
Oh,
shelf, coffee in hand, crossed the threshold. I couldn't do it. Couldn't look at her the same. I'm just like, I'm sorry, this isn't gonna work. It's not you, it's me.
uh,
As
uh,
I Homer Simpsoned my way through a shrub and out. Like,
that's awesome. That's
so what would be some examples of reasons why someone might break up that would fall under your statistical heading?
Oh, examples? Okay, I'll go multiple choice. Okay, I'll think of some stuff here. All right, so we'll go with A, pumpkin spice, B, pizza, D, or C. Let's go with oh, an animal of some sort, Maybe their love of animals, who knows, something like that. Or D, uh
Okay,
thinking something else, thinking something else.
you are
Clouds, yes, their love of
struggling.
clouds. There we go.
Or a love of clowns.
Yeah.
Okay, so pumpkin spice, pizza, an animal, or a love of clowns?
Going really well.
Uh, wow. Can you repeat the question?
Okay. Over half of people would consider breaking up with their partner over their love of what of this object. What is it? Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go clowns.
You're gonna go
A love of this. Okay, a love of clowns. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Is it a love of clowns?
No, no. You ready for the answer?
I am.
Okay, it's pumpkin spice. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, if you if you look into a mirror when it if you look into a mirror at any time of year and you say pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice,
hmm
pumpkin spice, a blonde girl named Sarah will pop up behind you holding a latte, going, "Let's go play frisbee."
Yeah.
um, that's seriously a reason that people have given for a breakup. A love of pumpkin spice.
That's right.
I am actually impressed.
Me too.
Uh, See the animal thing. I can see like being like an animal collector or hoarder, like that, or being just so obsessed with an animal that your whole world is decorated with that style, like it being just
Yeah.
a thing where you're like, I we went out a few times and then I went back to her place and everything was cats. All the
Yeah.
pillows had little ears and little cat faces everywhere. Like I can see being not just a love of, but like an obsession with. I can see like a animal theme being a little much where you're like, I thought it was cute at first, but I can't do this. But I never would have guessed pumpkin spice. I mean, I never thought it was a particularly great flavor, but I know there are those
Oh,
who are obsessed, diehard
yeah.
fans.
They're diehard fans, and that's coming up in a month from
Oh
now.
no. Oh no, it's almost pumpkin spice season, isn't it?
Yeah, we're getting very, very close to that time of year.
Brace for it.
We'll brace for it.
Deep
Oh yeah.
breath.
Oh
Clean
yeah.
air in, pumpkin spice out.
There you go.
All right. Which legacy Saturday Night Live actor lived in a van down by the river? Was it Kevin Nealon, Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, or David Spade?
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Viewers at home, is Brandon correct? Do you
Yes.
agree with him? Are you screaming the line in the voice you can hear it in but can't place the face? Brandon, you are wrong. Would you like to guess again?
Okay, David Spade.
I want to say close because they're all close because they all work together. They're all from the same
Yes.
era. They're all very 90s iconic actors who went on to have pretty good careers, really. Like they all became well-known actors and it all stemmed from Saturday Night Live. But no, it was not David Spade. Although I do have
Okay.
a personal affinity for David Spade. He's so tiny. He looks like a little toy. I have a thing for that particular. Anyhow, I digress. No, your remaining options are Kevin Nealon or Chris Farley.
Chris
Viewers at
Farley.
home, who lived in a van down by the river. You're saying Chris Farley?
Yeah.
Correct. He
All
was
right.
also one of his other iconic moments was he put on a child-sized jacket with his arms all sticking out, singing "Fat Man in a Little Coat." Chris Farley's grasp of physical comedy was absolutely divine, and dear Lord, I miss him as an entertainer. Him and Phil Hartman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you go.
All right. Here's another one I made up just now. Here we go. So this animal can
Yep.
change their gender. What animal could that be? Can change their gender. Could it
Oh,
be?
yeah. Come on, multiple choice
Is it
because there's a
A,
lot.
a bear?
A bear.
So we'll go A, bear, B, oyster, C, snail, or D, fish.
Ooh. See, I thought you were going to put frogs on the list because frogs, certain species of frogs can change their gender. There are some fish who do, and snails are, oh, what is the word for it? Snails can lay eggs and fertilize them as well. So I have a snail colony at home that started with one singular snail and it became a whole colony. It's an Oregon forest snail, and I found out that the that little animal is actually endangered, and there are efforts to revive the species. He was just an injured snail I found on a roasting sidewalk, so I picked him up, took him home, gave him a comfortable little spot. I thought this guy's not going to make it through the night, but he'll have if I could alleviate what he's going through because his shell is all broken and it's burning hot, the dude's in a bad way. I thought he's not going to make it through the night, but I'll give him somewhere a little more comfortable to kind of wind down. Well, after a few days, he's still hanging in and then he starts recovering. And I'm looking at him and his shell is still broken in a bad way. So if I let him go back out in the wild, he's going to get hurt real bad. He's not going to survive. So now I have a pet snail. Well, this little pet snail
Yeah.
fast forward a few months and I see him laying eggs. And I'm looking at this going, wow, this little guy's laying eggs. I don't think
Hmm.
they're going to go anywhere, but nature's going to happen. So just kind of watch. Well, sure enough, they start hatching. And so now I've been doing this snail recovery project where when the colony gets to a certain size, I've got a bunch of big, healthy adult snails. I take them out into areas where those animals exist or did exist at one time, little forests around here where you can find them. and I'll take them out there and let them go. And so I've been doing the snail recovery project for like 10 years or so.
Ooh.
So I don't know if that little guy changes gender or if he just kind of is a hermaphrodite and can do both, like can lay eggs and fertilize. Like I'm not sure the specifics on that one, but I am very confident that there are some fish who do it. So I'm going to go with fish as the answer.
Well, the answer I have here is oysters. They
Ah,
can change their gender.
awesome. Okay,
Oh yeah.
shellfish are still fish. They just have cool armor,
Oh yeah, they do. Cool armor.
right? That is so cool. Oh, and you know what? Chris who's watching at home right now while we're streaming, viewers at home on Shaw Rogers TV Legacy Media. I hope you got this one too. Chris at home was also on the same page as me with frogs because there are frogs who change their gender. So, damn right, Chris. High five to you. Okay. Sticking with TV comedy, shadowy men on a shadowy planet performed the theme song for which TV show? Was it Knight Rider, Almost Live, Home Improvement, or Kids in the Hall?
Ooh. We're gonna go with Kids in the Hall.
You going Kids in the Hall? Viewers at home, do you agree with Brandon? Are you getting points on this one because he's right? They did. They did weird music. And if you ever want to go down the rabbit hole of entertaining, different, not something you expect to hear, they've got a very cool kind of funky vibe. And check out Shadowy Man on a Shadowy Planet. Kids in the Hall theme song.
Wow, wow, wow. Kids in the Hall. All right. So today,
Yep.
August 7th, is National Lighthouse Day.
Ooh.
It is. It is National Lighthouse Day. So, this lighthouse
Yeah.
at Sable Island, Nova Scotia, is known as what do you think it is? Is it A, the best lighthouse ever?
Oh.
B, the graveyard of the Atlantic?
Oh, dear
C,
Lord.
C, the lighthouse for horses? Or D, just a random lighthouse in the middle of the ocean?
I am pleasantly surprised that there is a National Lighthouse Day because the important role that they play in, seafaring life. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if not for lighthouses, I'm sure there would be a lot of pirates running ashore.
That's right.
Actually, a lighthouse might have actually been helpful. One of the BC ferries actually ran aground just last week, just coming into Vancouver. I guess they got too close to shore and bonked into something, and but I'll be honest, our ferries around here can be kind of terrifying. There's a certain alarm that happens when the boat starts to tip a little, they get a little bit too far.
Yep.
And there's I've been on the ferry a few times. There's coming through the channel, there's in the routes, there will be two ferries passing each other. And I guess if the one takes kind of a wide turn, he goes into the other guy's lane and has to kind of jackknife out of it. So in that
Mm-hmm.
specific turn in the channel, there's been quite a few times where I've been on the ferry and it tips a little more than is comfortable. And there's an alarm going off, and the staff can look very serious, a little bit like the staff will kind of pick up their pace where they're with what they're doing. And it can actually be a little terrifying to know that it's just good old fashioned bad driving causing that. So, I mean, in that case, the lighthouse won't do anything. But I feel like maybe a big flashing light on the shore to tell the ferry driver the other day who ran aground, there's an island here. There's a
Yep.
continent. Please don't hit the giant landmass. We have mountains. You can see us for days, but don't hit us. Now, the importance of the Nova Scotia Lighthouse. I'm stalling because I have no idea. Uh, so I'm gonna. So for the benefit of the viewers at home, would you mind repeating the question and options, please?
Okay, okay. So this Sable Island Lighthouse in Nova Scotia is known as what? And there's a chance I might change some of the answers here. So,
Oh, you
because,
were making it up as you go.
yeah. Anyways, so is it A, the lighthouse? Well, the fancy old lighthouse there. B, the graveyard of the Atlantic. C, the lighthouse for horses. Or D, as they say, one of the just a plain old lighthouse. What is it known for?
Those really are all good options.
Yeah.
I'm personally leaning towards the graveyard of the Atlantic because, I mean, the Atlantic is kind of, as far as an ocean goes, it's kind of shallow, and I feel like there's little room for a giant ferry, cruise liner, yacht, barge, whatever, to just kind of run aground, not really catching the depth and distance and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have a dark sense of humor, so I can appreciate it as a very haunted area full of, pirate ghosts, ghost pirates.
Ghost pirates.
Lighthouse for Horses is just confusing, but you know what? I'm gonna go with Lighthouse for Horses. Viewers at home, I see some comments on the live stream here. Amanda and Steve are watching. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Steve. Am I right? Is it the Lighthouse for Horses?
Lighthouse for horses. Well, Sable Island's known for their wild horses, by the way. It's got a
Really?
bunch of wild horses roaming free on the island for
That is
years
so
upon
cool.
years. But the
Oh,
actual answer is
yeah.
that it's the graveyard of the Atlantic.
I was wrong. I Okay, so my personal affinity for death and horror and pestilence, suffering, all that mayhem, I was leaning in the right direction. Lighthouse for Horses just sounded so out to lunch. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the throwaway answer. Turns out it was correct.
It
Well, okay,
was.
that's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a true or false. True or false? Earthworms hibernate.
False.
You got a 50-50 chance. Is Brandon correct? Do earthworms stay awake all winter and cruise along through the frozen ground? They do not. Earthworms hibernate. You are wrong.
I guess I am.
Right. Earthworms can go down as far as like 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So they go right down there. The top layer, I mean, depending on where you are, the ground gets very, very frozen, very icy and cold and rigid and all that miserable darkness. Where I am, the ground doesn't freeze that deep. We just get a little bit of top frost and that's about it. A
Yeah.
little crusty little layer on top. But they do actually hibernate. How cool is that?
Wow. That is cool. That is so
I
cool.
don't know. I like worms. I think they're neat. I used to have a
Yeah.
big African bullfrog, chud, my little chud
Yeah.
muffin. And as a treat, I'd get him nice big juicy earthworms.
Huh.
It was so cool watching him eat.
Oh,
He's an
yeah.
awesome
And then
frog.
it's kind of cool seeing the earthworm get torn apart, and then all of a sudden half the earthworm is still alive, and it
It's running
goes on,
away.
and they all go their separate ways. Pretty
It
fascinating.
turns out to be that split personality that really didn't like each other. They
Yeah.
hated each other and they're just like, fine, I'm getting away from you. You smell. Right?
Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is my top trivia question from today, actually. So I haven't even
Oh,
put the
okay.
answer on my page yet. Oh no.
Ew,
So that
I
this
have
gives
not
me a
seen it.
reminder. I got to go put the answer on my page for today before everybody starts mentioning, what's the answer? What's the answer? Okay.
No.
Anyways, here we go. If you're average, you'll do this 5 times in your life. What do you think it is? If you're average, you'll do this 5 times in your life.
Come back from the dead. Raise the dead.
Oh, raise the dead.
Attend an exorcism.
Ooh.
Um, wash your scrotum in the kitchen sink. I don't. I need some multiple choice, please.
Okay. Okay. We'll do some multiple choice. Is it A, gambling,
Ooh.
B, moving, C, changing jobs, or D, locking yourself out of the car?
Oh boy. Also, all good options.
Good
Um,
options. Yes.
I mean, some people move every 2 months and change jobs every other week. So, but I don't know how many people do that. Like, I don't know what the frequency is. Um, Workplace culture has changed a lot. So, where it used to be normal to like stay with one company for most of your life, that's not really a thing anymore. In a lot of industries, particularly in I don't know, in IT, tech, stuff like that, the only way to really advance your career is by job hopping, as companies kind of take the staff for granted and there's no real room for advancement. You get a sweet offer doing the exact same thing from another company who goes, you know what, we need you. So yes, okay, so can you repeat the question?
Okay. So if you're average, you'll do this 5 times in your life.
In your life? Uh, okay, the options were change jobs, move. I threw it in there to wash your scrotum in the kitchen sink, but that was not one of your options, so therefore it is not a, an option for an answer.
Other ones was gambling and locking yourself out of your car, out of the car.
You know what? I think okay, gambling, I'm going to use that as the throwaway one because so many people buy like the scratch tickets or the 649. That's gambling. It
Mm-hmm.
whether it's not problem gambling to buy a scratch off once in a while, but I think a lot of people do occasionally do that kind of stuff enough that that's going to be the throwaway one. So moving, locking your keys in the car, or changing jobs. Oh, they're all good, and that is a tough trivia question. Curse you, Brandon, you ginger gem. Uh, viewers at home, throw me a lifeline. I'm gonna say locking the keys in the car. That's what I'm going with.
Huh, huh. So you ready for this?
I am.
So the answer is lock yourself out of the car. So that's about
I
yeah.
was right.
There we go. So
Sweet.
yeah, 5 times. And somebody commented below, if they locked herself out of their car 5 times, they have to move to a new town. My family would never let me up on that one.
That's acceptable. So there's okay, the my partner's car has this really weird security feature that the chip in there's a little microchip in the key that recognizes that that key goes to that car. So when you put the key in the ignition, under normal circumstances, you just kind of turn the key and it goes, right? Well, some things can interfere with that microchip, which will lock the ignition so you can't start the car. On the other side of it, what it will also do on other occasions is it'll lock the key in the car so you can't remove it from the ignition. The key lock will not disengage. Now, this is a horrifying security feature when you go to the store, you park, you want to go in and get your groceries, but the car won't release the key. So now you're turning the key, you're hitting the release button, you're hitting the brake, you're doing all the little things. It won't come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few times where I've engaged a security feature, and things that can engage it are certain metals if it's in too close proximity to certain metals. So something on my key ring will affect the key for his car. So if I'm holding the two key rings together for a few minutes, it'll activate that security feature. So I'll go to start the car and it won't start. Like, or if I have my keys sitting like in the console too close to the ignition, it'll
Yeah.
activate the other side of it where it won't release the key. And now I'm
Oh boy.
stuck in a parking lot phone and I'm going, hey, Hammy, I'm locked in the car because I don't want to walk away from the car and leave the keys in it in a bad neighborhood. And I'm
Yeah.
going, yeah, the car's doing that thing. Can you ask it nicely to let me out?
Yeah. It's brilliant.
Fascinating. Okay, so I'm going to go down. I'm sticking with science and nature here. Under the
Oh.
category of science and nature and etc., which creature produces bulletproof protein strands? Is it the mighty hagfish, spooky spiders, armadillos, or pangolins?
I'm gonna go with the armadillos.
Armadillos! You know what? Armadillos are so cute, and I've never seen one in person, but I really want to just like pet their little snout and like rub their little ears like a
Yeah.
kitty and just like pet their shell, but I feel like that would be annoying to them. Like I think petting their shell would probably annoy them. Kind of like tapping on an aquarium. Hmm.
Yeah.
So, are you sticking with the mighty armadillo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Viewers at home, do you
Armadillo.
agree with Brandon? Does the armadillo create bulletproof protein strands? Watching at home right now, Amanda is saying armadillo as well. So you do have someone on your side there. You're
Well,
both
that's good.
you're both incorrect.
Oh.
Would you like to guess again?
Okay. We'll go to the second one. Who's the second one?
Spiders.
Spiders.
The remaining options are hagfish, spiders, and pangolins.
All right. We'll go spiders.
Spiders. That is a lot closer, actually. Spider protein, the proteins from spider webbing, has actually been researched as a viable alternative to steel because when produced in large enough amounts, like the weight ratio of what it can withstand, it does put it at being stronger than steel. So in a large enough quantity and when processed appropriately, it would make it stronger than steel. Unfortunately, that's also Incorrect.
Hagfish.
That is correct. It is the mighty hagfish. So the mighty hagfish, and I refer to it as mighty because they're wild animals, and there's so much about them that's really cool. Hagfish produce protein threads in their slime, which when it's dried out, it can actually be woven. So it creates like these really fine strings. So when it's dried out, it can be woven into a very, very lightweight, bulletproof material. It's also worth noting that spider silk does have similar resistance, but it's not actually bulletproof. It would fall under the category bullet resistant, and that it can slow a bullet down. And if layered thick enough, it would be fine, but not something you want to trust your life with if you happen to be in a line of work where you require bulletproof material. Armadillos and pangolins, on the other hand, they do have armor. The armor is not bulletproof on its own, but the shape of them, because of the shape, the bullet will glint off of the shell. So in a way, they're bullet resistant again, but they're not bulletproof because if you get a shot, if a bullet goes head on and it makes that sort of perpendicular point of contact, it'll go right through the armor. But fortunate for them, their shape is what gives them that extra bullet resistance, which is incredibly cool.
Wow.
Right?
That is cool. All
Yeah,
right.
they're so cool. And
So I
seriously,
got
how cute are
another
penguins?
tough question. Here we go. So statistics, that word, shows that 21% of us will lose this sometime this year. Sometime this year. 21% of us will lose this sometime this year.
Their
So,
mind, their patience, their
all right.
underwear,
So
their
I'll go
sense
through.
of direction.
So I'll go through multiple choice. Is it A, our minds? B, debit or credit cards? C, our sanity? Or D, our glasses? What do you think it will be?
Okay, so sanity and mind are kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you want
Uh,
to swap one of those out for something a little more out
yeah,
there?
we'll go keys. All right, keys.
Okay, so 30 some odd percent of us in the next year will lose our mind, our sense of sanity, our keys. What were the other options?
Credit or debit cards
Okay,
or glasses. Yes.
or glasses. All right, Amanda at home is saying all of the above as a right in answer, and I think she's onto something on that because all of those things can go right out the window in the right circumstance. And I think we've all had that day where things are just confusing.
Yep.
Or you meet someone and you're like, something about this person is just baffling. It's mind-boggling. It Yeah, I got a little anecdote on that one in a moment. But I'm gonna say, you know what? Keys seem to be under fire for stuff. Keys are so easily lost. A lot of people will misplace their keys, and they're found fairly quickly. But I'm gonna say keys.
Ooh, ooh. The answer is not keys.
The plastic debit card, credit card.
Yes, that is it.
Oh,
Credit or debit cards.
oh,
Somebody will lose
fantastic!
it this year. I actually lost mine last year, so
What'd you do that for?
I don't. Well,
That's a security risk, right? Like you lose your banking information or your card. If you have tap enabled, then you've just given someone like free access to your bank account.
yeah, yeah. Well, the good news is I noticed it right away, so I called in and saved the day and got it dismantled or whatever they do. Yes, so nobody was able to
Dismantled.
steal
Little
anything from me.
the chip opened up and little gnomes came out with little scissors and they just like cut through it, shredded it on the spot wherever it was.
Yeah.
I approve.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean that's the way to do
They
it.
sent
Like
me a
when
new
you
one.
find it's missing, call it in. Like if you realize that like you're out of the house and you've lost it, then call it in immediately.
Oh yeah.
You lose it in
I
your
was.
bedroom or something or in your kitchen, then by all means give it a little give it the old college try to find it.
Oh yeah. No, I think I lost it at restaurant.
No. Oh, that waiter gave himself a huge tip. So dang, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, so the when I mentioned, you meet someone who just like defies all logic. So my partner has a friend that is nicknamed Wrong Way. So as you can imagine, everything he'll say, I'm going to the grocery store to get milk. And then he'll wind up at a hardware store confused as to why he's there and how he got there.
Ooh.
It's, you'll have a conversation with him and it's baffling. Like he'll just sort of come out with this string of gibberish, but he's laughing his own joke, but he hasn't actually told a joke. And so you're questioning reality, like 5 minutes with this guy, and you're questioning reality. And you're going, how did I get here? I'm talking to someone nicknamed the wrong way who's laughing at something that hasn't been said, um, breaks everything he touches. Um, it's amazing. Like, it's absolutely amazing, but is always confused and is always very ready to say, like, well, you can just replace that.
Wow.
You turn the water on, walked away, and the kitchen's flooding. That actually happened last night. There was a little bit of panic. He's in the kitchen, turns the water on, walks away. And then there's panic. There's just, frantic. It's getting in the basement. The basement floor is still wet. And you're kind of having this moment of like, how do you function? Am I losing my mind for questioning this when this is someone else's reality where this is just normal things? Like this is just common everyday behavior. And this person functions very comfortably, very confidently. This sense of confidence in everything he does is absolutely fascinating and very impressive. Not gonna lie, it is impressive to see someone like walk off a cliff and confidently say, I meant to do that.
Yeah.
On a daily basis. Wild. So I think, to say 32% of people will lose their mind at some point in the year, I think that's an understatement when there are humans like that walking around, interacting with other people, and everyone who encounters those moments is going to be feeling like they've lost their mind.
Ooh.
All
Yes.
right.
Okay.
All right, give me another question.
All right, another one. I'll get you another one. All right. Here we go. Study found the 5% of us are definitely afraid of this animal. What do you think it is? So
Oh,
I'll go multiple choice here. Here we go.
okay.
Is it a snake, B, spider, C, a bear, or D, birds?
Oh, see, deathly afraid. I would put spiders and snakes at the top of the list there.
Oh, yeah.
Which one would be the reigning champ? I don't know. That's hard to say because there's a lot of phobias. I mean, there are a lot of people who are deathly afraid of bears, but having no contact with them, not being in an environment where you're likely to find them, it's not really an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Spiders being everywhere. I'm gonna say spiders are the reigning champ of like fatal
However, it's
phobias.
only 5%
Oh, it's only 5%, right?
percentage.
5%. Okay. So snakes, spiders, bears, and what was the other option?
Birds.
Birds. Let's say birds.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with birds. Viewers at home, am I onto something here? 5% of people are deathly afraid of birds.
So here we go. The answer to this one is birds. Bird
Got it.
is the word.
Ah, that is awesome. I had a roommate who is absolutely terrified of flying things, stuff flying and the idea of it coming too close.
Yep.
She's fine with birds if they're in a cage or if they're, flying around up on the close, like power lines and stuff like that, hanging out up there, flying past in the sky. That's fine. But if they start to come kind of close,
Yeah.
then that's where she gets really uncomfortable. She's just like leery, keeping an eye on them. Like, I know that pigeon's up there, right?
Uh,
Well, this one day, my kitty comes walking in and she goes, what's on the cat's face? I'm like, dude, what are you saying about my son? Like, come on, man, that's his face. He's little and cute.
yeah.
She goes, no, 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 no. And she's getting real uncomfortable. And I look at the cat, and there's two black wings up the side of his cheek. He was sitting on the window ledge this night, and he caught a bat. So there's a little tiny bat body in his mouth.
Ooh.
And I can see the bat's little face, like these little eyes peering out. This poor little bat looks terrified. His like wings are up the side of the kitty's face. So I'm like, wow, my son caught a bat in his mouth. Like it's a small window ledge. We're on the third floor, and he just this bat flew down. He kind of grabbed it. Right, the bat's not injured at all.
Yeah.
It's not injured. And so I say, oh, okay, baby, drop it. Whatever it is, drop it. Put it down. This was not the thing I should have said. I should have put the kitty in the bathroom, put a laundry basket over top, and then said put it down. Because now there's a bat flying around the apartment. And bats don't fly in a linear line. They don't just perch on stuff and sit there and wait. They just like watch you. No, no, they buzz all over. And there's this little bat flapping frantically, and it's terrified. It's bright in the
Oh,
apartment. It's terrified. And it's diving. It's looking for an exit. It's diving and it's flying up there and over there, and it's whipping past our heads. I'm laughing. My roommate, however, is terrified. She is so afraid. This poor girl, she's absolutely terrified. She's doing her best. Credit to her. She's trying to catch this bat with me, but I'm laughing so hard. I'm holding my stomach. I'm curled over and I'm flailing with like a fishing net or something, or like a little like for catching butterflies or whatever, like this little mesh net or like a towel, a little like I'm trying to use a laundry basket to kind of grab it, catch it, put it on the floor, but I'm still holding my stomach laughing at her fear. She's yelling at me, stop laughing, this isn't funny. And she's got a towel, she's trying to shoot over there, and I'm on the floor holding myself laughing. And I'm like, no, I can help. Seriously, this is just too funny and awesome. It took about an hour, but the poor little bat got tired. And the poor little bat is on the floor. So I put a basket over it and a blanket over the basket to just give it some peace to calm down. This thing,
yeah.
I felt so bad for this little animal. But no, the little bat is safe. It's quiet. I'm like, okay, shh, we gotta let him calm down. Shh. And I'm still laughing. I'm like, oh my God, there's a bat. My kitty caught a bat. The bat dive bombed us. You're afraid. Oh, I'm such a jerk. I can't stop laughing. But I'm so impressed at seeing a little bat. Did not touch it. Just, check that the kitty had not been bit or anything. Kitty was fine. No bites anywhere. Everyone checks out. Little bat calms down. Eventually gather him up, let him go outside, put him, took him outside on the ground. So if he was, on the ledge, I didn't want him to fall, put him on the ground in a nice little safe area and just sort of waited and watch him fly away. I'm like, I got to see a bat. Yeah, her fear was, it was hilarious. I should not have laughed that hard, but oh, I couldn't help it. It was great. And it was a bat. The end. All
That
right.
is brilliant.
Now that I've rambled, okay, which of the following was composed by John Williams? Was it the Star Wars Imperial March, Duel of the Fates from Hedwig, The Five Sacred Trees, which is from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or Call of the Champions from Elegy?
Ooh, let's go call the champions. So I am the champion.
You are a champion. Um, okay, so viewers at home, what did John Williams compose? Was it the Star Wars Imperial March, Duel of the Fates from Hedwig, The Five Sacred Trees from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or Call of the Champions from Elegy? Brandon is saying Call of the Champions from Elegy. Is he correct? What do you think, Brandon? You sticking with that?
Yeah. So I'm a champion.
Yes, you are, because you are correct. Anyone
Yes.
who differed is also correct because John Williams is a compositional monster who has created some of the most recognizable and critically acclaimed scores in movie history. He did all of those.
Woo.
Yeah, he is a modern day Mozart.
All right.
So credit to John Williams. Thank you for
Oh,
being
wow.
you. Wait,
Okay. So this beverage can be only be legally made in Mexico. What beverage could this be? Could it be A, vodka, B?
tequila.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Okay, what were your other options?
Tequila was B, and then I was gonna go beer, Corona beer or something like that. I was gonna go with some wine. I don't know. Yeah.
You're just making it up as you go. So
That's how I roll.
roll hard, Brando. So tequila can legally only be made in Mexico?
Yes,
Really?
that's right.
That so the agave plants, like the agave cactus, does it only grow there, or is it what is there? Do you have any information on the rationale behind that?
I can pull it up here on the
I feel
person.
like that's the kind of thing where there would be a similar beverage made outside or like a knockoff kind of thing.
All
I,
right.
I mean, I appreciate tequila. It's, on the rare occasion that I actually have an alcoholic
So,
drink, it's yeah.
oh yeah. So here we go. So tequila can be legally made in Mexico due to its designation as a denomination of origin. This means that the term tequila is protected and can only be used for spirits produced in specific regions of Mexico using 100% blue agave or whatever you call that, and
Agave.
following strict production regulations. This protection's in place to safeguard the quality, all the cultural, everything of significance of tequila. So there we go.
That is very cool.
Ah,
Okay. Approved.
there we go.
I like it. That's really neat. Okay, so which is switching gears here? Which is the oldest currency in continuous use? Is it the yen, the ruble, Great British Gross British Pound, or euro?
Hmm. We'll go with euro.
You're going with the euro. Euro incorrect. Other
Ooh.
options, remaining options are the yen, the ruble, or gross British pound.
British pound.
Correct. It is the oldest currency that has been in continuous circulation. It is also the fourth most traded currency in the world after the US dollar, the euro, and the yen.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did not put US dollar on there because it was nowhere near. Well, actually, I just didn't put it on there because I didn't feel like it. The other one sounded more interesting.
Oh.
So that's why you got euros and yens. Because euro yen.
Oh. All right. I got a good one here. All right. So when packing for a trip,
Yep.
men forget this more than anything else. What do you think they forget? Is it A, their underwear, B, their cell phone, C, beer, or D, a belt?
See, my first thought was socks or underwear, but that underwear was on the list. I'm going with that one. I feel
Okay.
like when packing, underwear is not the thing that most dudes really give a lot of thought to. So, am I right?
Incorrect.
Okay, what are the other options?
So the other options are their cell phone,
Okay.
ear, or a belt.
Let's say belt.
There we go. Yeah, it's belt.
Is it?
The
Oh,
belt.
dudes are in such a hurry to get their pantaloons off that the belt is just not a thought.
Not a thought. I actually don't
Dang.
even wear belts. Actually, no, I don't really wear belts.
Oh boy. See, your pants are barely hanging on there. They're screaming for support, and here you
Screams
are
of
just ignoring their cries.
some.
Gasp, Brandon. Gasp.
Yeah. My pants always fall down everywhere I go. No, not really.
Right? You know what? Do some more squats, build up that booty, get those glutes all like popping out, and you'll have like a nice little bubble butt going on, and you'll never need a belt again.
Never do.
Once
Or
again,
I just get a
fitness is
pair of
the
jeans
answer.
that fit me perfectly that I don't need a belt.
That's also an option. I mean, probably well-fitted clothing is an option, but I'm going to
Yeah.
default and say fitness is the answer. It's
Mm-hmm.
it just is.
Oh
Not
yeah,
gonna
I work out this booty every day.
yes. A part of Brandon's celebrity status is specific to his butt. So if you Google Brandon Hout's backside or other
You won't see
variations of that
anything.
phrase, you will wind up going down the rabbit hole of seeing some stuff on the internet that you didn't know you needed to see. I
I'm
have
gonna
never
Google that right now. Okay, Brandon.
Brandon Hout's butt.
There we go.
Posterior.
Oh,
Sitting device.
see. Oh,
Booty
there
bubble?
is nothing on here. Oh, there's a video of people falling down a hill. Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
so
that's about all. Oh, there's an article here. Big lead butt heads. Oh, cool.
Google search of Brandon Hout's butt has brought big league butt heads.
Yeah, there we go.
Excellent. That hey, not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. There are worse things to be on the internet for. So all right. Okay. Chacon is the last name of which iconic pop star? Cher, Madonna, Lady Gaga, or Prince?
Oh, we'll go with share.
So, mononym or double name pop stars here, all are household names. I think if you
Yeah.
mention the name Lady Gaga, Prince, Madonna, or Cher, most people know exactly what you're talking about, but we know nothing about their actual private lives, let alone what's on their driver's license. But I assure you, well, I shouldn't say I assure you, because I don't know if Lady Gaga has a driver's license. I assume she does. Oh, dear Lord, what are those driving lessons like? Can you picture Cher at the DMV getting her driver's license updated?
Oh
Like,
wow.
what
Yeah.
would that'd be a weird experience? You go in and you're like expecting the usual hour and a half drudgery, but there's like it's full paparazzi and entourage. While this lady who with a plastic head looks like a drag queen mannequin, surrounded by security, is like standing in front of the little sign, keeping a straight face as much as her face allows.
Yeah.
Click, right?
Oh yeah.
That'd be a weird day. Patty and Selma sitting there, cigarettes hanging out of their mouth. Next. Cher walks up. Hi, I want to redo my driver's license. You know, but the correct answer is not Cher. Your remaining options for those who have an actual last name on their driver's license are Madonna, Lady Gaga, or Prince. Who has the name Chacon?
Madonna.
You are correct.
There you go.
Her given name is Madonna Louise Chacon. Professionally, she's always gone by first name only. On her 30th birthday, her full name was announced on Much Music. It was very little fanfare, as I remember this very bored looking host going, all right, countdown before we announce Madonna's full name. And then they just kind of flash it on the bottom of the screen with this little bam, 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 bam. There's interns
Yeah.
walking by in the background, hating their jobs. And this host who's like, yeah, there it is. Madonna Louise Chacon. Happy birthday, Madonna. Next video. I hope my paycheck goes through. So Cher's full name is Sherilyn Sarkeesian. Lady Gaga is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta. And Prince
Yeah.
is Prince Rogers Nelson. It's
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
those are their actual real names. How cool is that?
That is very cool. Absolutely. All right. I got a good one here. All right. So this can run faster than a Formula One race car.
Ooh.
What do you think it is? This could run faster than Formula One race car. Could it be a tiger, B, your brain, C, a leopard, or D, could it be Usain Bolt?
Okay, Usain Bolt has set some records and he is a very respected runner, but I don't see him outperforming an F1 racer. Uh, my gut instinct says that the thing that runs faster than an F1 racer is women when wrong way comes into a room because he's woman repellent. Women
Yeah.
flee. But the other options being animals or your mind, I'm going to say it's your mind. I'm going to say your mind runs faster. The speed of thought, the firing of nerve impulses, the speed of thought, I'm going to say that can outperform a lot of stuff.
Well, yes, that is
Metaphoric.
good news. Yes, that is correct. It is your brain. Can run
Ooh.
faster than a Formula One race car. And also another fun fact, the brain runs on electricity. If the brain runs on electricity, it could generate a light bulb. There's light bulb.
I appreciate the sound effect. Can you do it again?
Oh, ding! Yeah, that light bulb right there. Yeah.
Perfect. Approved. Okay, do another question.
Okay. All right. Oh, damn. All right. What do we? Oh. So this. Oh, hold on. Can feel no pain. What is it? This body part can feel no pain.
Fingernails. Do we have multiple choice? Hair?
Incorrect. All right. Is it A, hair, B, your brain, C, fingernails, or D, your liver?
Ooh. Those are all good options.
They are.
The brain, I believe the brain does not feel pain. It processes pain. When we have like a head injury, it's the surrounding tissues that are damaged that's registering the pain and sending the nerve impulses. But I don't believe the brain actually has nerves that go from itself to itself for that purpose. Swelling when there's hemorrhaging or swelling like concussion, it's the pressure on the skull and on the membranes that are causing that. So I don't believe the brain feels pain. I'm gonna go with brain. I mean, fingernails and hair don't feel pain either because there's no actual like nerve endings in that. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna stick with brain. All three of those answers are possible. Brain
All right.
on drugs equals a fried egg.
All right. So the answer to this one
Yep.
is actually the
Liver.
brain. Yes, there we go.
Right? It can, yeah. The brain can, it processes everything, but it's not equipped to monitor itself. It's a, yeah, it's a secondary process of conscious thought where we register what's happening to it because we're able to acknowledge there's an injury that's causing discomfort, but it's coming from other things. The pain signals are elsewhere. So that is neat. The brain is a fascinating thing. Like it can process everything except its own existence. So
Mhm.
cool. Okay, do one more.
One more. All right.
Yeah, do
As
one
I'm
more.
going through my weird facts here.
Your weird facts. I've got one question left here, so I want you to do one more, and then I'll do my one more.
All right. So, gymnasium.
Yep,
Yes, the word gymnasium originated from where?
it's French. Am I right?
Yeah,
It,
gymnasium
yeah,
originated from a bunch of nude people.
a bunch of new people.
Nude people. They used to work
What?
out of Greece. Yes. Hold on. I
Okay.
can't read my own writing. Hold on.
Wait, you're actually writing stuff down? Hold
Oh,
on.
I wrote this stuff down weeks ago.
Oh, is this one of your old My Tough trivia questions?
Yeah, something like that. Hold on. But I do write stuff down. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, curse your handwriting, he says while scrolling through his cell phone.
Yes.
Do you use the handwriting feature on your phone?
Hmm. Okay. So I got here. So no, not France. Wrong.
It's not French. Okay, Greek.
Yes, it's Greek.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gymnasium.
Fantastic.
And it,
All right.
back then it meant naked or nude. So people in Greece would go to the gym naked.
That
There you go.
tracks.
There we go. So that's what I meant to say that I wrote down that I can't read my writing. Okay. There we go.
Okay. I dig it. This all kinds of awesome. Not gonna lie, one of the benefits of having a gym at home means roll out of bed, whatever I happen to be wearing or not wearing. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting on the treadmill, I'm getting on the elliptical, I'm lifting the weights, I'm doing whatever. I've got like the multi-station gym units. I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to work this section. I don't need to worry about having a shower, getting dressed, and then going out somewhere. Like there's no travel A to B, putting my runners on. I'm like, no, I'm gonna slap on my stilettos and I'm gonna hit the gym in my underoos or whatever because
Yeah,
I want to do it right now. So,
that's right.
so there's a very special, very personal appreciation for the origins of such an arrangement.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
If you've ever been on my Instagram and dug through, you'll see my old videos where I'm like, or the old posts where I'm just like in some jammies or whatever with like my coffee sitting there bleary eyed, like talking about motivation. Like, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it.
Oh,
This
yes.
happens
Doing
now.
a 50-mile run in stilettos.
Oh yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What is the primary explosive component in fireworks? We're getting a little technical and sciencey here. Is it
Ooh.
black powder, magnesium, aluminum oxide, or ferric oxide?
I'm gonna go with magnesium. Ha ha.
Magnesium is an awesome guess, but it's incorrect. Would you like to try again?
All right, the first one.
Black powder.
Black
Also
powder.
an awesome guess. Are you confident in your answer? You have a 1 out of 3 chance of being
Yeah,
correct.
I'm very confident.
You should be, because that is correct. So, the primary explosive component in fireworks is indeed black powder, also known as gunpowder, which gives it the boom. Once the fuse is lit, heat travels towards the shell, which ignites a lift charge. The charge is fueled by gunpowder, which launches the shell from the mortar. Inside the shell is a secondary shell filled with stars. This one is on a timed fuse. Once it reaches the expected height, the secondary explosion happens and gives us a lovely little fire show. Flaming, smoldering stuff raining from the sky. Fireworks are
Wow,
cool,
that is cool.
right?
Very
Yeah, we
cool.
just last weekend we just had the Symphony Splash, which is where
Oh yeah.
the Victoria Symphony they play down at the Inner Harbor. So you get this nice waterfront sunset. They actually have it like for the whole weekend. They've got a bunch of different things going on. So it's like 2 days of all day performances and activities and stuff. The grand finale is where they do a performance at the harbor, so it's right at around sunset. They ended their show. The last performance was a lot of like really recognizable stuff. Like they played a bunch of iconic John Williams type stuff. So they opened the last set of the whole event with the Star Wars Imperial March. So so they did a bunch of stuff that, like viewers could just like hum along to. And this is a really
Yeah.
great way to introduce like people who don't like classical music or orchestral music to introduce it with stuff that you can recognize. So that was
Yeah.
incredibly cool. But they closed out the whole show by playing Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, which,
Ooh,
if you're not familiar, it's church bells and cannons are the highlights of it. And so as the cannons are going off at the end, they had a fireworks show. So they
wow.
closed out this whole event with this very boombastic and crazy legendary piece with cannons and fireworks. That's cool. Classical music is awesome,
Oh wow, that is awesome. Yeah.
right? Excellent way to close a show. Not gonna
Oh
lie.
yes.
Big fan of stuff exploding and burning theatrically. Yeah. So, footnote before we close out this episode of Trivia Time, Friday night trivia, Tuesday afternoon trivia, whatever, morning, 3 a.m. trivia, whenever you're watching this, whenever it's airing, that's the date and time of trivia we're doing. So,
Mm-hmm.
this episode has been brought to you in part by Malabulgia Photography, heavy metal and sports events photography, as well as Sharma YP Financial. Y'all need some taxes done? Look up Sharma YP Financial. You got Google, you can find it. Specializing in all sorts of personal taxes, business, corporate, new Canadians, seniors, students, family, single persons, blah, 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 blah. Taxes for everyone. We can't avoid it. Taxes and death, the CRA or the Grim Reaper is going to get you. Sharma's going to help you.
Ah, that is awesome.
Want to read us out?
Yes, you've been watching Trivia Night. Myself, Brandon Houck, Imogen Cookie Bailey, and Rogers there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.
Damn right you will. See y'all in hell, everyone.
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to edit that for TV. I mean, bye.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.